So,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so are you able to see?
Yes.
Okay, so just opening the toolbox. Okay, in IntelliJ we have a lot of different IDEs for each and every programming language and different kind of purpose. We have a different IDE. Okay, most probably everyone knows this IntelliJ IDEA Unlimited and Community Edition. Okay, both are same. Okay, Community Edition is fully free. We can develop whatever we want, including open source, official project, even for company project, everything we can make because it's an open license. Okay, there won't be any problem for the management if we implement any coding in Community Edition. Okay, in ultimate and community edition there are some difference. Okay, there are some additional plugins which is not available in community. Okay, that is the only thing. Okay, apart from this, everyone should know few more IDEs. That is WebStorm is fully for the front end, irrespective of any programming framework, sorry, UI framework. We can use WebStorm, Angular, React.js, Vue.js, and normal plain HTML JavaScript development also we can use the WebStorm. It's fully dedicatedly implemented for the UI framework. Okay, so one more thing is a data grip. Data grip is for the database connectivity. Okay, for any database connection we have around 15 to 18 database available in data grip which we can connect and we can do all kind of data operations. Okay, these are the few main IDs which we have to know. Apart from that, for PHP programming, Python programming, we have different plugins. Okay, sorry, IDs which we can use. Okay, let's start with IntelliJ IDE Ultimate.
Satish, I have one small doubt now. So
Yes,
that WebStorm you told only for UI, right?
yeah,
So means so in the IntelliJ itself we will be able to do the UI side also, right? So
yeah.
any specific
Okay, I got your question. Okay, in IntelliJ IDEA Unlimited itself, we can do all kind of programming. Okay, including WebStorm and Golang implementation, including data connection, everything. Okay, there is a reason why they have given the WebStorm separately because in WebStorm they have additional specific to the UI. They have some additional features. Okay, very minute features which will be used only by the UI developer, not by the full stack developer. Okay, the UI developers knows very small minute features here and there, they can use this one directly. Okay, but in IntelliJ that feature will be something like will be hidden. Okay, we have to manually activate like that. Okay, if and
I understood. Okay, so then WebStorm will be like more specific to front end developers where they can directly start working. But
yes,
whereas with
correct.
the Idea Ultimate or community, they may need to do some additional steps over there. Okay.
Yes, correct. And
Yeah. And yeah.
IntelliJ
Yeah. Yeah.
IntelliJ IDE is for around 2 GB. Okay, the package itself around it will come around 2 GB. Okay, and WebStorm will come only with the 1 GB because it's very specifically to WebStorm, right? So where you don't
Yes.
have a
Yes.
Java plugin or any other backend related plugin, everything will not be here. So
Okay.
the bundle WebStorm bundle will be very lightweight. The for example, you consider like Sarath is a UI developer. Now he is not going to do anything in the backend. So so there is no need for him to having this IntelliJ IDEA. So he can directly have the WebStorm, which will be very
Okay. So
lightweight.
Satish, then what you will recommend for full stack developers? So they should
Because
have WebStorm and
it's IntelliJ. IntelliJ is
Ultimate. We don't have money, man. We won't buy. What else now?
then we can go with the community edition. Even in community edition also, we can do all the front end work also.
Okay, okay. And one more problem, what I am facing, right? Started using this IntelliJ. Like sometime it's taking lot of time for the indexing. You're an Apple user, so you may not be facing that slowness. But
Mm.
I am Asus, Dell, some HP, some other brands. So always that ID is very slow many times. IntelliJ, it's taking a lot of time for the indexing. Like any specification or any optimization we wanted to do, how you are managing that slowness, maybe that you can cover later also. But if you have any, uh, the machine should be minimum 8 GB, 4 GB, some criteria, maybe that you can highlight.
Okay, sure. Actually, one of the big advantage of JetBrains product is indexing. Okay, the success of this IntelliJ idea is because of the indexing only. Okay, so whenever you are opening a project for the very first time, okay, the indexing will be happen, not for the second time. Okay, so that is one of the core feature of IntelliJ. I'll let you know like how we can increase memory and
Fine,
everything.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah, sure,
so
sure.
fine. So I'm just opening the ultimate. Okay, here we have multiple options here itself. Okay, consider this will be our first screen. Okay, whenever you are opening IntelliJ from the like completely first time, it will come with all this here. Okay, if you want to do a customization, like you want before starting anything, if you want to change a color theme, anything, you can do it here itself. Okay, but these all are you can explore by yourself. Okay, here what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about these two. Okay, new project is nothing but we are creating a new project from the scratch, because without similar to Eclipse, we will create a Java project or Android project or a Groovy based project, any project. Okay, most of the time we will not do this one. 90% we will, what we will do, we will clone the project from the GitHub, or we will open the existing project. So this also you can explore. This is like self explanations only. Okay, so what I'm going to do,
Satish, one small clarification. When we are working with STS or Eclipse, right? So we need to install Maven, we need to set the path. So like all those things we need to take care. So
yeah.
IntelliJ also it remains the same, or when I'm installing the IntelliJ IDE, like it will take care of Gradle, Maven, all those things, or how it works.
Okay. In IntelliJ, the build process, the Maven, Ant, and the Gradle, everything will come along with the project. If you're opening one project, IntelliJ itself will identify what kind of build source you are using. If it's a Maven, it will open as a Maven bundle. If it's a Gradle, it will open as a Gradle bundle. Okay, that's what I'm going to mention here.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So and even the Git plugin in STS in Eclipse, you will install the Git plugin, right? Git plugin you will do. Here we don't want to do any Git plugin. Okay, they have a, version control service. Okay, VCS service or system. I don't remember VCS version control. The moment you open the project, okay, that plugin itself will identify it belongs to Git project or SVN project. Automatically, it will open that file accordingly, the project accordingly. Okay, so the open means what we are going to do. Already, if you have cloned one, okay, we are just going to open this. Okay, but the one big advantage is get from VCS. Here we have a repository. Okay, if we are not going for the GitHub or anything specifically, then we can use Git Mercurial and Subversion. Okay, version control. If I connected with GitHub properly, means all my GitHub projects will come here. Okay, so these are like currently available in my GitHub as a public and a private uh, projects with the repository, proper repository. So I can open as it is. So here itself we can define the directory, in which directory we want to clone this project. Okay, for this demo purpose, what we will do, we will create one separately. Okay, let's go back to GitLab.
In GitHub, we can have only public projects, right, Satish? Private means we need to pay, right?
No, we can have five private projects, five or three private projects, as I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
I think it's two, right? Two private projects we can have.
Okay, maybe now they
Yeah,
reduced again.
yeah, two private we can have.
Okay, so this is my GitLab project. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clone. Okay, clone with HTTPS. Okay, and this one I'll change the directory. Okay, so this is just a normal clone. Okay, but here everything will be taken care. Uh, so in Windows laptop or in other laptop, whenever you are entering a credentials here, okay, it will get set into the Git configuration at the remote level. So it will not ask for you second time. It will remember everything within the IntelliJ. So it is also one of the best feature. Okay, we no need to give this username password every time. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a trust to this project, and it's automatically telling like Maven project. Okay, so now it's scanning for the Maven project. It's doing all the things for us. Okay, we are not going to install anything. Okay, so this is a readme. Let it be. So this is what the indexing you are mentioning, right? Oh, shit.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this indexing will happen for the only for the first time. Okay, since I installing this in the different folder, like when I installing, I created a different folder to do, right. So this will happen only for the first time. It will do all the indexing. Second time, it will just check all the indexing are in place or not. If if any indexing missing for the particular file, it will just create. So every time it will not take this much time. Okay, only for the first time it will take this much time.
What is the significance of this
Satish,
indexing?
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I heard two voice. First question.
Yeah, so this Prabhu here. Just want to know the significance of this indexing, like what it does for,
Okay.
why it does this indexing.
Yeah, I will explain that. Yeah, what's the second question? Is it okay?
Satish, Sakti here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying indexing, right? It's
Yeah.
like downloading dependencies or?
Okay, downloading dependencies, not only downloading dependency, it's doing everything. Okay, that's a core feature of IntelliJ. Okay, indexing. Okay. So
Okay.
now tell me any keyword like in Eclipse, if you want to search a particular method. Okay, for example, you want to
Okay.
search for the get account method, but you don't know where it is present in the entire project. In your project, you will have 2000 files. I'm talking about files. Okay, you will have 2000 files.
Right.
Each file will have
Right.
around
Okay.
1000 lines. Okay, so what the indexing advantage is, I'm just doing a global search, find in files. Okay, I'll type whatever we want. Okay,
Okay.
it will try to find out that exact line where it is present. Okay, and
Yes, I
here,
understand. Okay. Okay.
okay, so for this purpose only, it's doing indexing. Okay, so it is trying to
Okay.
get
I
the
remember we have the same feature in STS also, right?
No.
but
In STS, you have to do file search. So each time you have to follow some
no.
navigations.
No, Naveen. I believe we have the same feature in STS also.
yes, we
Yeah,
are
because
method also we can search. Yeah.
in STS we are same.
it's such
In search, if you check
No.
yeah.
That's what. In Eclipse or STS, the difference is you have to go to file, search, then Java or whatever extension, or star. Then you have to
No,
put that file.
No, Naveen. Actually,
Naveen.
search.
No, not like that.
Ah.
We have one shortcut. I remember it's Control H.
No, it's there.
With the help of that, we can search throughout the application, like throughout the workspace.
Yes, correct. It is there, but the problem is in Eclipse. Whenever you are doing a searching, at the time only it will do a search operation. It will initialize a search operation. So it will take a few seconds. I remember it will take few seconds for you to give you the result.
Yeah.
But here in
Right. It searches from the beginning every time.
Yeah, since it's completed the indexing in the fastest, like when we are opening the project itself, so search operation will be very optimized. Okay, if you are searching for anything, it will be like this, it will come
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
automatically. Okay, and it's kind of what is this auto completion. Whenever you're typing, it will automatically complete. So that is advantage of indexing.
That's
Like
what, yeah. So this autocomplete kind of
Okay,
thing
okay,
is
got
not
it,
there
got
in
it.
STS, right,
yeah,
Sakti?
Yeah, yeah,
correct.
Okay.
yeah,
In
yeah, correct.
We can
in
search it, but we won't be able to see whether exactly what we are typing is coming or not. So those kind of thing. Okay. Yeah.
and another thing is, whenever you are searching, once you complete the search, for example, if I am searching like this, set deleted, okay, once you hit the enter in Eclipse, okay, you will get a separate window where you can see all this line number. Okay, but here in the search mode itself, what I can do, I can use some regular expressions. Okay, uh, the main two regular expression is matching the case and matching the word, the enter proper word. If you want to use a proper regular expression, you can use that one also. This is a given default, okay, for a simplicity. Okay, but if you want to search with the proper regular expression, you can use that one also. Okay, so for example, if I put W, that means words. Okay, the moment I put a capital D, still the word is coming. Okay, but here if I put the match case, okay, I will not get anything. Okay, so this is one of the advantage of indexing. And again, here we have a in project module, a directory scope. Okay, this is also available in STS, but everything you will do you have to select everything and you have to hit the enter. Okay, then it will do the searching and it will give the answer. But here everything is kind of a runtime value. Okay, and even file masking is also there, similar to STS. But this is very useful in IntelliJ comparing with the STS. Very handy. Yeah, according to me, this is one of the best feature in IntelliJ. That is, this is
Yeah,
one of,
yeah, this is a great feature. Yeah, great, Satish.
okay. And even if you here, okay, I forgot. Okay, we'll come back to this. Okay, this is advantage of
Satish, what is the shortcut you used for this? Control Shift F.
Control Shift F.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Control Shift F. Okay, before going very deep, okay, in each and every feature, I will just go through the overall overview. Okay, similar to the indexing. Then I will go with each and every feature. Okay, okay. First one is uh, IntelliJ settings. Okay, here we have all the appearance tools, everything, and the key map. If someone's struggling to use Eclipse, IntelliJ key map, what they can do, they can use the Eclipse key map also. For example, now you asked me about what is the shortcut for that global search, right? If you already know the shortcut from the Eclipse to do the global search, you can use the same Eclipse for Mac OS,
Oh,
NetBeans, like this, you can change it. Even Visual Studio shortcuts also present. Okay, for example, if you're changing to Visual Studio,
Okay.
but some of the feature is not working, for example, commit in you are using Visual Studio key map, but for commit there is no shortcut present. You can see for the project shortcut is present, for commit there is no shortcut. So what you can do, you can insert a shortcut by yourself. You can add a keyboard shortcut or mouse shortcut or add abbreviation, whatever you want. You can add a shortcut for Visual Studio Code. Okay, and yeah, same for everything, not only for this. Okay, so you can add a shortcut for everything. By default, the shortcut will come for this problem, debugging, run. Okay, so these are the default shortcut, it will automatically come. But here, if you want to override, even you can override this shortcut also. Okay, that's one of the advantage. Okay, and going back to general, this is one of another advantage. Okay, whenever you are doing some changes in editor, like in file, everything, okay, you have to restart the STS to reflect. But in here, no need of restarting. Okay, you can change the font in runtime. You can do whatever you want. Okay, everything present at very handy. Okay, and you can change the size, line height, everything. Okay, I don't want to restart. I'll just click OK and everything. I'll come back. Okay, now everything got changed according to that. Okay, Now let's go back and change this to again JetBrains. Okay, and you have a color schema. Okay, here few point to highlight, yeah, for Java. So here we can have a different color scheme or key mapper for each file extension. For Java, you can have different. For CSS, you can have a different file extension. Okay, even another thing is if you want to modify, if you want to change anything, you can change it. Okay, specific to your requirement, you can change whatever you want. Okay, there won't be any problem. That is thing uh, in the settings in editor color scheme. Okay, and even the code style also. By default, it is coming with all the default coding style. Okay, you can change this one. Uh, I know all these features present in Eclipse also, but I'm not sure where exactly it is present. And so someone,
Satish, here one question. So
yeah.
here one question. Even in our past, we faced some issues, right? The Java intent, what we are maintaining in IntelliJ and STS will be different. So
Yeah.
if two people are working from the same Git, unwantedly, lot of changes it will show
Yes,
with
correct.
respect to the spaces and intents.
Yeah.
So how actually we manage that? So
Okay.
like we need to sync up any one side with the same intent or
Yeah.
any
So
way here.
to answer that question, okay, in STS, okay, you will never see the star button. Okay, in import package, you will never see this one because STS will omit this one and it will import the proper class files. Okay, but here in IntelliJ, it will by default come with star only. So what you have to do, you have to change this one. Since everyone using Eclipse, we have to change these settings. By default, it will come with the 3 and 5. That means more than 3 files, okay, it will put the star like this. So what I did, I just changed it to 999, like a lot of nines. So what it will do, it will not put the star for me. It's opposite. In STS, it will never put star. In IntelliJ, it will always try to put the star. Okay, so we have to change this one. Until you change this command, you will face this problem. Okay, that is the one thing. Okay, and you're talking about the formatting, right? If some two different people are working from two different ID, okay, how to manage the
Right.
formatting issue?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
we have something called a profile. Okay, formatting profile. Okay, we can define that formatting profile and we can import into the IntelliJ as well as into the Eclipse also. Okay, that consider that is for the entire project. Everyone has to use that format profile. So what it will do, you do any kind of format. Okay, the result will be according to your defined rules. In profile, you will have some defined rules, right? It will apply that one. So, for example, from IntelliJ, okay, what you can do, you can define all your rules here. Okay, tab size, indent size, and spacing, you can do everything. Okay, and you can export this as a profile and you can give to the Eclipse people. Okay, at the same time, okay, I think it is present somewhere. The profile exports will present somewhere here. So you can define all your coding style here and you can export. Okay, I forgot that one. If I find out, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But even export from IntelliJ is accepted in STS import. That
Yeah,
is
yeah, that is accepted.
okay.
Satish,
Yeah.
that setting mark is there na, in the scheme above.
Yeah.
So here you can see import
Okay.
schema.
Yeah, import schema and export schema. So, thanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
after you,
So
yeah, please go ahead.
one thing I want to add, actually Naveen, there is one plugin also in IntelliJ that is like that will make sure your format is according to the Eclipse one. So
Okay. What is
that is also one thing.
That
Can
one I
Okay.
you
was
Yeah.
about to
mention?
ask.
Eclipse
Yeah. Yeah.
formatter is there something Eclipse formatter. So
Okay.
Because
Eclipse
this
code formatter.
This is on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think this will be smart move. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because because the schema import and all, right? There will be some
Everyone has
people
to
who don't.
accept. Yeah.
Yeah. There will be some people they won't approve this.
I know that some people. Okay.
So I was about to ask this whether anything else like any plugin, any Eclipse plugin or something like that to match this.
Super, yeah, nice. This is nice one. Oh, yeah. So here you can okay, and one more point to highlight in IntelliJ. Okay, IntelliJ will come with the default tab size. Sorry, tab index. What is it? I forgot the name.
Tab space, tab space.
No, what is it? Indent here. Indent, right?
Indentation.
Indentation. Yeah. So here it will come with the default indentation of space. Okay. Okay. Wait. I'm confusing too much. Okay. Let me create a. Okay. I think I will. File here. Okay. So consider this is a Java file created in IntelliJ. Okay. So by the default thing will be is a space here. Okay. Here it's a space. Okay, from here to here is a space, but in Eclipse by default it will be a tab, as I remember. Okay, this is one of the big format issue you will get. Okay, it's a tab and here it's a space. Okay, so you can see in the bottom what is a what intention is using. Okay, is I'm using 4 spaces. Okay, and it's a UTF-8 character and everything. Okay, in the bottom you can see we are using 4 spaces. Another advantage of using IntelliJ is if someone created a file, a Java file in Eclipse with a tab, that means you will see a tab here. Now instead of space, you will see a tab here. So what the IntelliJ will do, IntelliJ won't change that from the tab to space. It will automatically maintain the space. Okay, that's why I am not facing much problem in my current project when I am using this IntelliJ. Okay, so what are the lines I am typing? That particular line will be in space, but the existing tab will be remain as tab only. Okay. Okay. So
then why that issue we faced earlier, like in our projects, right?
Okay.
There will be conflicts.
Okay, that is because of we people putting all the lines in between. Okay, and not taking a proper pull from the upstream. That we'll discuss later, Prabhu. Okay, that we don't want to discuss here why we face that problem. Okay, I will. Okay, so space indent. Okay, this is what I'm trying to highlight. Space indent is by default 4. Okay, so if you want to change that one, even you can change that one also. After changing that, you can export that. Okay, you can export as any file formatter. By default it's XML only, like the exported file will be .xml. So in Eclipse also you can import that. You can import and you can use a formatter. So next time onward, whenever you are hitting Control Shift F, I think the formatter, whenever doing formatter, automatically this formatter will be applied for the Eclipse as well as for the IntelliJ. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is the one. Okay, and I think before okay, we don't want to do much thing. Okay, you can see all these color schema and everything by default. Everything is coming with the okay. Another advantage is all these things which we are seeing. It's having a native support with the IDE. It's developed by the JetBrains developer. Okay, so it is having a native support. Okay, so you will not see any problem or crashing or a memory leakage issue. You won't face any problem. Okay, for example, if you want to do some code template in STS, what you have to do, you have to import some plugin. Okay, the plugin most probably developed by the some of the open source developers. So we are not sure how much it will get sync with the current project or current hardware. Okay, but here most of the features, since they are having paid and free source, okay, all these features are implemented directly by JetBrains developer, so you won't face any problem when you are using. Okay, so by stating that, what I'm going to do, I'm going inside the plugins. Okay, Here we have a similar to yes Eclipse. Here also we have marketplace as well as for the JetBrains one. Okay, here you can see this is developed by the JetBrains itself. Okay, so you won't face any problem when you are using this kind of plugins. Okay, uh, these are the build tool. Okay, all this build tool, okay, embedded with all projects. Okay, these are all coming by default. Unless you don't want this build tools present in your IntelliJ, you can disable this one. So it will increase the little bit of performance also. But it's better to have this with us. Okay, and again the code coverage. Okay, so above this slide, okay, above this, from the string manipulation to this one, it's downloaded by me. Okay, all the bottom one from here Android to bottom one, it's coming by default with a bundled package with the IntelliJ itself. Okay,
Papa ஊருக்கு போயிட்டா.
this
Papa ஊருக்கு
Docker,
போயிடுச்சு.
okay, everything. Okay, so if you don't want to, if you just want to disable anything, you can disable. As Naveen asked, okay, how can I use a front end code into the IntelliJ? Since it's having that bundle, okay, Angular bundle also coming default, so you can directly use this one, JavaScript, TypeScript, everything. Okay, even for the DevOps persons also can use this tool. Okay, since we have a Docker here. Okay, this is also embedded with all project setup. Okay. So pretty much for the backend developer, what are the tools is required at one point of time, everything is available inbuilt in the IntelliJ. That's the advantage. We don't want to put anything in the future. Node.js. Okay. There are many things. Even
So
I never used. Yeah,
yeah,
brother.
Satish, sir. So bundled means like you said like Maven is also bundled. So bundled means it is like fixed with only with the IntelliJ alone. Like it is not like installing it in the system and mapping the path to the IntelliJ alone. Right?
Okay.
It will be like contained only with the IntelliJ. Or how it works? Like what do you mean by bundled here?
Okay. Previous versions of IntelliJ and OS, okay, specifically you have to install the Maven .m2. Okay, you have to physically install the .m2 in the Windows laptop. Then you have to open your Eclipse. In Eclipse, you have to download one plugin, MVN. I forgot that M2 plugin, something like this. You have to install. Okay, then both will get sync. Okay, here if you in IntelliJ, if you want to specifically maintain the .m2, you can maintain. Okay, or if you don't want to maintain, you that means if you don't want to maintain .m2 separately, you can maintain along with your project. Okay, this Maven is directly connecting with the MVN repository, public MVN repository only. Okay, so it will not create a separate, yeah, Maven Central. It will not create a separate .m2 folder in your laptop, in your system. What it will do, it will compile the project in the runtime. Sorry, when you are doing a compilation, what it will do, it will try to create a class file and it will put it into your bin folder by connecting with the Maven public repository. Okay, you will not find any additional jars outside your project. Everything you will find inside your project itself. But if you want to set up .m2 separately, that also you can set up. If you set up .m2 separately and if you opening IntelliJ, it will get sync automatically. You don't want to do.
So you mean to say that if you are not setting up separately, so it will directly use the Maven Central's repository. It won't have any local repository here.
Yes, correct. You don't want to.
It won't download the dependencies and store it in the repository.
Yeah, correct. But when you are compiling your project, okay, it will you need a what is it? Okay, you need a new dependency to be installed into your .m2, correct? For example, okay, let me get to one dependency. I will show you. Okay, Maven repository. Okay, let's take something like this. I don't know what is this. Okay. Just wait for some time. Okay. Now you will get this error. Okay. Dependency is not found. Okay, now it is asking us to installation. Okay, wait. It will take some time.
Okay, then this means that it is using a local repository only, right?
Yeah. Now, if you see, it's automatically synced. I didn't do anything. I just waited for some time. Okay, I'll put the problems again. Okay. So this is not crescent. The dependency is not found. So inspection. What it will do usually, okay, it will show the option to install this plugin. Okay. The moment I do, I think it's wait. Let me see why it is not coming. I'm just refreshing this one.
Yeah, I got it. I'm getting what you're saying, but my question is like, then it means that it is maintaining a local repository only, right?
No, it
The
is
moment
not.
it shows
It's maintaining the local repository within the project.
within the project, okay.
Yeah, within the project. See here we have .mvn, right? Within the project it is maintaining. We are not like .m2 and the maven both are what they are collecting all the dependency in single space. So next time in the new project it will not download again. Okay, it will directly refer .m2 and it will take the file. That's what .m2 why we are setting separately. Here if you're not setting separately, it will put all the dependency in each and every project
The
level.
project is so next time when
Okay.
we
So,
again create a
Satish,
new project, then again it will maintain all the dependencies in that
Yes,
project also, right?
correct. But
so the
but in
problem here is, Satish, like what happens
one
is,
minute,
like if
Naveen,
two projects are there, if two
Naveen,
projects are,
Naveen, 1 minute. But in Eclipse, you have to go and install this plugin separately. Okay, like after you've done all the setup, you have to install MVN plugin and you have to install Git
Yeah.
plugin. Okay, separately, and there are multiple open source plugins available. But what I am trying to say here everything coming with the bundled one. Okay, with the native support. Okay, we have all the features. It's coming with the bundled one, so we don't want to specifically install. It's like in STH, it's kind of a skeleton. You will get only the skeleton. Here you will get with all the features. Okay, what are the things we want as a developer? Everything is available, so we can start the development quickly. Yeah, now you can ask.
yes, like that M2 repository, right? So
Yeah.
the disadvantage what I see with IntelliJ, right? So
Mm.
if when we are taking .m2 repository, that folder, so if that package is already exist in the local,
Mm.
it won't even go to that that master or that central repository. But
Mm.
here it is a project level, right? So for each project, then it may download the repositories,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Ah,
Here also, if you have M2 specified in your laptop, okay, IntelliJ will identify that M2 and it will point to that one only. If you didn't specifically mention, if someone doesn't know how to do a Maven setup in Windows laptop, then they can use
okay,
this one.
okay.
Okay, but
Oh, okay.
if you are setting up properly, it will this M2 also will pick. Which is it correct, right? In terms of Windows.
I think he got disconnected.
Okay,
Yeah,
then fine.
Yeah, I
fine.
think it's right. Like,
Okay, I
we
think
can
he
Yeah,
use
got
yeah.
bored.
both.
He got bored. Okay, so that is what here you can point out the what is that? If you have specific .m2, you can do that one also. That's what I'm trying to highlight.
Right. Yeah,
Okay,
understood.
and
Yeah.
one more thing. See, it's trying to download here. Now it's coming here. So what it's doing, it is connecting to the repo maven and it will trying to download this one. Okay, could not find artifact. Okay, this is not at all available itself. Okay, so pretty much that is what we are doing here. Okay,
Okay.
okay, and like still you guys are seeing my screen.
Yes.
Okay, then why I'm getting this? Okay, Satish Kumar got dropped off. Fine. So this is done. Let's we have a few more things in the settings. Okay, we'll finish that quickly. Then we'll move to next one. Okay. So yeah, this is plugins and terms of version control. Okay, in the version control, okay, by default it will come with Git, Mercury, and SVN subversion. Okay, these things will be come with the default. And if you want to GitHub also, you can have a GitHub. Okay, you can have more than one GitHub also. Some people are nowadays using enterprise GitHub, right? We can have that one also. Okay, the current one which I am using here, it's from the GitLab. Okay, it's coming from the GitLab. It will automatically recognize all this feature. Okay, now why I am highlighting this one? Okay, this one also kind of a native support where I can see all the thing. I can do everything pretty much here itself. Okay, I have some changes here. Okay, if I go to the log file, okay, I can see list of my projects here. If I want to check out, I can directly do a checkout. If I want to create a new branch, I can do. I can do a cherry pick. I can compare. Okay, and even if I want to filter a particular branch, currently we are seeing a graph of everything, right? If I want to filter a particular branch, okay, I can filter only that particular branch. In the particular branch, if I want to see particular commit, since everything is done by me, I'm just put my name. Okay, so all these features are present. Okay, everything is a native support. That's the advantage. Okay, every time whenever I'm doing this one, if you see, nothing is getting loaded or nothing getting connected to the server. Okay, each and every but in Eclipse, I think in Eclipse, for each and every action it will get connected to the GitHub. It is not in the sync. Okay, but in IntelliJ every 30 seconds it will get updated. The GitHub will get updated with the your upstream or your origin. If some person from your organization or from your team, someone is pushed some value to the master, what will you will immediately see, it will show some icon here. Okay, by stating that some people have pushed some code changes in the master. Pretty much what you are doing in your source tree, you are doing something in your source tree, right? Everything you can do it here itself. Okay, that's what. So the another advantage is you are reducing one more application. You are using Eclipse and source tree for your day-to-day activity. Here I'm reducing source tree completely. I'm doing everything here itself. Simple. Source tree also every 30 seconds it will look into the upstream, or that means origin. It will see is there any new changes present. If the new changes is present, it will pull the changes and it will show as your toolbox to you, like new changes present, 300 commits present. Do you want to pull that commit into your current project, current branch or not? It will do here. This one also will do the same, pretty much everything. Okay, if I want to raise a merge request, I can raise a merge request also, merge into current, and you can, if you want to do a code review also possible here. Okay, that is space integration that will come to later, but I can do everything if I can just simply do a checkout. Okay, if you see, the checkout happened within a minute. Okay, that's it. If I'm doing checkout back to master, that's it. Okay, fraction of second, everything happening in fraction of second. Okay, that didn't take much time. And one more thing, if for example I am changing a branch in the terminal or in source tree or anything, for example, consider I'm using a source tree now, I'm changing a branch. Okay, I'm coming back. If I come back to IntelliJ, automatically the branch will be get synced. Okay, that also will happen in fraction of second. Okay, so that is one another advantage of using native Git. Okay, and here, as I used to mention, we have two different merging.
Satish, so here we are able to see GitHub. So like GitLab is not there. So that Git only GitLab, or
No,
you connected all your GitHub projects, right? So how to connect all the GitLab projects?
no, GitLab not giving a native support as of now. Okay, GitLab.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, fine.
So what I'm doing, but this my taxi service, this is from the GitLab only. Okay, when we are importing, it will come under the Git only. Even in our organization, we are using internal GitLab or internal GitHub, right? So we have to use only this, irrespective of
Got it.
okay, irrespective of uh, uh, application like GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. All the three in the beginning the screen using Git only, right? So we can use Git. Okay, this GitHub, it's giving some native support with the list of project and everything. Okay, here we have GitHub Enterprise also. That's fine. This is just a small feature added by the GitHub developers to the IntelliJ. Okay, actually this is very recent only. Previously it should have, it was having only Git, Mercurial, and Subversion. Okay, and I never use this one, but this is also kind of version control only. Okay, fine. Here, if you see, I used to mention whenever we are raising a merge request or whenever we are doing a pull request. I hope you guys remember. I used to mention merge strategy and rebase strategy. Okay, GitLab and GitHub using a merge strategy. Bitbucket is using a rebase strategy. Okay, so this is a default feature of the Git. In IntelliJ, we have that option also to customize that one. Okay, for example, my current project, if I am going to use a rebase strategy, I can use the rebase strategy. Okay, if I want to use a merge strategy, I can use merge. So why we have to customize this one? Whenever you are pulling a code, whenever you are going to pull a code from another branch to, sorry, from master branch to your development branch, you can use that rebase strategy by default. Okay, rebase and merge is nothing but, okay, so whenever you are seeing a single line commit, that is a rebase. Okay, whenever you are seeing a additional commit id for merging from one branch to another branch, that is a merge strategy. Okay, what it will do, it will create a separate graph here and it will put it here. Okay, so whenever in my current organization, whenever I am facing problem, right, and like 2 years back, everyone used to tell there are a lot of problem, there are a lot of problem. Okay, to resolve all this problem, I use this plugins only, like these features only. I'll come here and I will see which person did what and from which branch they took the code. Okay, so I used to see someone will be here. Okay, they'll try to push the code directly up to this area. Okay, in a single day, they never took all this latest code. So they're kind of, this kind of visualization will help you in day-to-day activity, which person is doing and which person is working in which area, all these things. Okay, there are multiple tool available. Okay, Git Kraken, Source Tree. Okay, even in GitHub also giving a additional plugin. Okay, kind of a desktop plugin they are giving, application itself they are giving to do all this activity. But everything is the additional application. Okay, it's not a native application, but here we are using everything natively. Okay, so that is okay. I'm seeing additional name here. Okay, let's
Yeah, Satish.
yeah.
Yes, Satish. Sorry for interrupting. Actually, we have only 5 or 10 minutes only remaining. So what I request you to cover, right? So if people who are installing IntelliJ, right? So people who are installing IntelliJ, so what and all they may need to do at the first time. So if anything is there to highlight, that you can cover, and you can help us with the day-to-day shortcuts and stuffs for next 15 minutes. That will be helpful for everyone.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I think this is all like additional feature which we can uh, search it in YouTube also. Okay, so in everyday activity, okay, consider I'm planning to do it debugging this application. Okay, so here we have a run and debug. Okay, and if you want to do a code coverage performance, everything is present here. But in Eclipse again, everything is not present. Okay, even if you want to do a sonar lint also, you can do with the profile. Okay.
Satish, actually, if you are clicking that icon, you are getting that much option, right? But in my machine, I am having IntelliJ Community Edition, but it's not
Yeah, this is
showing that much
ultimate. Yeah,
options.
actually, this is ultimate. This is ultimate.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Sorry about that. Okay. Actually, you can use ultimate for 30 days as a free trial version, right? So you just try all these things.
But Ultimate also can be used for office purpose. It won't
Yeah,
be a problem.
no, whenever they are giving a 30-day free version, right? At the time you can use
Ah,
ultimate, not an issue. And bro, there is one more thing. There
okay.
is one more thing. Okay, whenever they are releasing a major version, okay,
Ah,
this is an important point. Listen, whenever JetBrains is releasing a major version, they will give
ah.
for the existing user also they will give additional 30 days. Okay, this is the latest
Oh,
version released yesterday. Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
what I will do, I will keep on seeing. Okay, whenever they are releasing a major version, okay, and I'll suddenly I will update the version. I will start to use the ultimate for next 30 days. Okay, if you see,
Okay.
I think this one I updated
So they
yesterday.
will at least release some update in 30 days. So you will use lifetime free only then. Ah.
Yes, correct. So this one I installed like yesterday only. Okay, for May 13, it will get expired. So I will until May 13, I will just use this one. After that,
Okay.
nothing will happen. Okay, after that, after May 13, I'll just open the community edition. Whatever I left here, it will just I will continue in community edition as it is.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing.
Fine. Fine.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
And one more thing, if you specifically want to do something in IntelliJ Ultimate Edition after your license got expired, okay, you can open this and you can use this for 30 minutes without entering your license. Okay, you can use this for a 30 minutes. If you want to specifically to do some operation, okay, or else you want
Okay.
to collect some information, you can open the Ultimate Edition and it will be open for 30 minutes and you can collect it, and it will get shut down. Like after 30 minutes, it will get shut down. Again, you can open. You can open how many times you want per day. You can open multiple times, but every 30 minutes it will get shut down. That's it. That's the only
Okay. Okay.
disadvantage. Okay, in the 30 minutes you cannot write any big code and everything. But if you debugging purpose for Sonar Lint purpose, you can use those actions.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
guys.
it.
Okay, now I'm going. I want to cover other many things. Okay, let's stop with these plugins. Okay, we'll jump to the other area. Okay, first advantage is database plugin. Okay, so database plugin is one of the big advantage for all the developers. Okay, here I can connect with these many databases. Okay, from my ID itself. Okay, let's connect with the MySQL since I have MySQL running in my system. Okay, so it is going to ask me everything, and I am switching to driver, switching to some driver and root. I think so. Okay, I'm just testing a connection. Okay, connection success. Apply. Okay, that's it. Okay, now it will get created here. Got it. Okay, so here if I see, I have these many schemas. Oh, okay. You will not share this with the other people, right? Okay, fine. So I have this many schema. If I want to enable this many schema, I can simply enable this one. Okay, all the schemas will be present here. Okay, if I want to open, okay, it will simply get open like this. Okay, and the advantage of using these plugins is if I want to change the hotel ID, I'll just double click here. I'll just see change and I'll just commit here. That's it. Okay, so it's okay. I'll change this one. So this present in the foreign key indexing. Oh shit, that is open foreign key index. Okay, I'll open something like this. Okay, test 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can simply commit like this. It will get committed. Okay, if I want to add a few more line, I can just add simply I can add all these things. Okay, so I can commit. So this is the advantage of using this one. And when you are having MySQL over here, okay, what it will happen? It will if I have a repository with native, let me see. Do I have any native? Okay, I don't have any native query. Consider I have a native query here. At native query here. Sorry, query native query 2. Okay. Okay, so what it will happen? I can select this one. Okay, and I can execute. That's what I want to say. Okay, since we have a database connection of MySQL here, okay, I can simply execute this one. Okay, from my plugin, it will ask me. Okay, since this is the first time, it will ask about what is schema you want to connect. It will ask everything. Okay, and if I want to change this the dialect, okay, so I can change. Okay, I can select MySQL here. I can select MySQL here. Okay, generic SQL to MySQL. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, I can execute this wherever I want more actions. Okay, it is doing car is not maybe I will put over this. Now it is showing, it is connected with our what is this, MySQL, and it's showing the hotels DDL script also. Okay, and I can execute this. I can execute this in the console. Okay, it will, okay, no data selected. It will get executed and it will show the result here. Okay, so when we are developing this one, automatically it will show each and every execution also, since it's a native query. And in the native query, you can pass lot of values. Okay, so most of the time we will copy the native query from the our repository class to what is this? To the database apps, right? So we will, if you see, we will have something like this in our native query, equal to hotel ID. This is how it will be, right, in our native query, correct? So
Yes, yes.
and this colon, we will have around 10 colon will be there. So it will be very difficult for us to remove all this hotel ID. Okay, consider this is, I'm directly copying from my repository. Now I'm going to run this one. This asking me to enter the hotel ID. I'll just enter and I'll just execute. That's it. Okay, if I have okay, what are the other ones? Okay, name, everything is there. Okay, and name equal to name, and country equal to country. Okay, that's it. Okay, so it will ask everything. So consider in my project, I have this kind of native query, which is having 100 values to give like this. Okay, I can simply give all this value in the runtime. Okay, in other system, what you have to do? You have to remove this unnecessarily. You have to remove this, everything you have to remove, and you have to give your value manually like this. What already test like this.
Right,
You have
right.
to give.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
these
here,
things are really interesting. Yeah.
okay, this you don't want to do here. Okay, and like in Eclipse, we will press the control and the control button, and you will click, it will go to the class, right, in Java. Like if I want to go inside this one, I'll click the control button and it will come here, right? The
Right.
same feature will work in the database also. If I go back to the console, okay, if I press the control button, if I click the hotels, it will go to hotels. Okay, if I go back, if I go back to, if I do the same,
Satish, the what you are pressing to open that recent files box?
control E,
Control V. Yeah.
E.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so here I can click the column also. The column will go there. Okay, so like this, we have a multiple we can have multiple project. Okay, the another advantage of doing this one, consider in my project we are using 3 databases. Okay, we are using Oracle, PostgreSQL, and MySQL. So pretty much what I have to do, I have to download all the 3 software. I'm talking about software, not the driver. Okay, I have to download all the MySQL Workbench, Postgres PG admin. For Oracle, I have to download the Oracle SQL developer, and all the 3 I have to run, okay, in my application along with my STS, along with my source tree. Okay, it is a very huge thing. Okay, and we have to learn each and every tool. If tomorrow, if I'm going for example, if I'm going with Amazon Redshift, I have to learn the tool, okay, from the bottom. But here I don't want to do anything, because I know how the tool will work. Okay, I'm just going to connect the driver, and everything is going to be the same. Okay, so in my current project, I'm exactly doing the same thing. I am having Postgres, Oracle, MySQL, everything within the IDE. I'm just connecting. Okay, everything I can see here itself. Very simple. Okay, and one more another advantage which I have to cover quickly. Okay, for example, let's go to any of the service class. Okay, consider suddenly I want to implement a main method. Okay, so usually what we will do, we will put something like this, and we will write a sys out, and we'll print something like this. So this is what we do every time in STS, right? Okay, so consider like after you testing this properly, okay, you forgot to remove this one and you are committing. Okay, this will be a huge problem, and you have to remove this one. When you are removing this one, it will add a additional line, or it will remove the additional line. It will pretty much collapse your project. Okay, so here in IntelliJ we have something called scratches. Okay, scratches is nothing but you can create how many files you want, you can create, and you can create with any different programming language. Okay, so these are the list of scratches file I can create. Control Shift N. Okay, so if I am pressing Control Shift N to bring all the scratches file, okay, I can create any file. For example, this is a Java project. Okay, but I am creating a Go file. Okay, this is scratch.go. Okay, and I can write all the Golang code here to do this activity. Okay, and I can validate this one. Simple. Okay, and guys, see this one. This is another interesting one. Now the current version of IntelliJ, what is doing? It is downloading a SDK, software development kit, by default. You don't need to do. For example, in your project, in your laptop, if you have only Java 8, but the moment you open the Java 11 project, the IntelliJ automatically identifying that one, and it will trying to download the SDK for you in the runtime. Okay, that's what it's exactly doing. Currently, it is downloading this and putting all the indexing. Okay, and another thing is I can have a JSON file also. Okay, how many times we are facing a problem? Okay, we when we are writing a bean class. Okay, every time what I have to do, I have to switch to another application to find out this JSON. So here, what I will do, I will just simply split the window. Okay, so I'll keep my JSON here. I can have uh, uh, my JSON file. I will have my JSON file here. Okay, so both are present in left to right, and I can create. Okay, like this, I can have multiple files. Okay, and this will be with you for all the time. This will be with you for all the time, even when you are changing a different project. This one will not get changed. This one will be there until you completely delete your IntelliJ. This will not go. This will be present all the time. For example, if I'm switching from this project to my personal project or my official project, still I can see all these files. Okay, and here we have a Postman also. Okay, we are using Postman, right? Okay, here we are this one also will do the same thing. Okay, HTTP request. So after I run the project, what I can do, I can simply add my all the requested. Okay, sometimes the plugin, we have an additional plugin called HTTP plugin that is also come with the bundle. It will automatically put all your Git changes here. Sorry, requested, get request, post request, delete request, we put everything, and I can simply run this. Okay, so even if I want to add a request, I can add. Okay, similar to Postman, if I want to add a different environment file. Okay, similar to Spring Boot, we have different environment file, right? Even in Postman also we have different environment file. That also it's possible we can add the different environment file.
How the output come, Satish? Like here you mentioned get and accept and oh,
Okay,
okay, here it shows. Okay.
in the terminal it will show. In the terminal, or they will have specific services. Okay, this service is pretty much for a database, everything. Okay, and here we have a endpoints, right? I think it's been long time I have used this one, because this is one of the
Okay, okay, okay.
ultimate feature. Okay,
Oh, okay, fine,
so
fine.
it's been
Yeah,
long
that's
time.
fine. Yeah, I will explore. Yeah, this is also interesting. Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah, so actually how I am trying to take this session, right? So what and all tools I can plan to close from next working day and just to concentrate
yeah,
only
Correct.
IntelliJ. So, yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
another,
Even I am thinking that whatever is needed for the development, everything is bundled in
okay,
single
Yes.
application.
Okay, and another thing is a Docker. We have a Docker services. Okay, if you open, where is the Docker? Where is the Docker? Where is the Docker? Okay, so since here I don't have any Docker file, so that's why it's not showing here. Okay, but if you have a Docker services, it will automatically show. I think we can create a Docker connection, run configuration type. Okay, so here this services is pretty much all the places. Okay, so you can create everything like Docker connection. Okay, Cucumber, Java, Kotlin, TestNG. Okay, so let's open the Docker. Okay, I have to stop this one. It's taking because it's downloading around the 1 GB of this. Okay, so here we can connect with the Docker Hub also. Okay, if you want, we can connect with Docker Hub, or else we can connect with our Docker uh, configuration file. Okay, we are having a configuration file, right? A Docker configuration. That is also we can connect here, and in the runtime we can validate the created Docker image is correct or not, and our Docker script is correct or not. Okay, we can do pretty much everything here. Okay, let me find out. Do I have any Docker related? Uh, I think apart from this, I don't have anything. I can't open this currently.
No, no problem, Satish. That's fine. We will explore. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, another thing is we have something called you can double click the shift button in your project. Okay, in your IntelliJ. Okay, if you don't know or if you forgot anything, okay, you can simply type. It will automatically come. Okay, format. If you put format, it will show reformat code, reformat file. Wherever the format is there, it will come. Okay. For example, I want to change the indent. Okay. Show indentation. I want to change the file. Okay. Two spaces. I'm converting the indent from this to this. Okay. I don't know where exactly it is present. This is called another tool window. Show all actions. You have to just double press your shift and you can type whatever you want. Okay, it will pop up. Show git branch.
Okay.
Okay, show git, or it will come like this. Okay, pretty much everything. Okay, uh, and if you same thing for the classes also. If you want to find out classes, you can find out classes. Files is there. Symbols is okay.
Satish, so anything like beyond compare in IntelliJ to compare two files?
Two with two different files or two with the git.
No, no, same files. So it can be anything. Like basically, I wanted to perform two files in two
Yeah,
different windows. Yeah.
like this you are telling, right? You want to compare
Yes.
these two
Yes.
files.
Yes.
Simply you can compare files.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
simply you can compare one. Even if you want to take the changes from year to year, you can take it. And if you want
Okay.
to undo, you can undo simply.
Okay. That's
Okay.
great. Yeah. Okay. Super.
And I'll tell you one more advantage also. Okay, if let's go back to this one. Okay, this file. Right click, go, show history, compare with the branch. Okay, I want to compare this file with this branch. It is showing exact version. This is my from my local, and this is from this particular branch. Okay, and
Okay.
here I have a trim white space, ignore white space, something like this. If I ignore white space, what it will do, it will not show this dot of spaces. It will just ignore. Okay, and
Right.
if you want to highlight anything, you can highlight. And even if you want to view like this, similar to like line by line, you can
Okay.
do that one
Okay.
also. You can do this one also.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Another thing is I am going to show appearance, enter presentation mode. For example, if I'm presenting this to you, right? Okay, I'm just putting a presentation mode. Okay, that's it. Okay, and we can switch to car.java. Okay, this is like when you are taking some KT or some session, you can do this one. Okay, now I want to exit
Okay.
from this presentation mode, but I don't know how to do. I'll just press a double shift. Okay, and I will type presentation mode. Okay, now exit presentation mode is present. Okay, I'll come like this, and
Okay.
I have gen mode. Gen mode means that's it. everything will go. You can start
Only
type.
for coding.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
stop type everything, and even you have a distraction free mode. Okay, I will show you that also. That is also very interesting. Exit full screen. Before that, okay, enter distraction free mode. Okay, this is also present. You can start using everything, but everything present here only. But if you want, you can do. Okay, and another thing is,
Satish, so this is one more clarification. So
yeah.
like actually I am using some other plugin. I forgot that one. So for to draw the sequence diagram, class diagram like that. So do
Okay.
we have anything like that here?
Yeah, yeah, correct. Here, here we have, okay, I'm just right clicking gem diagrams, so visualization. Okay, so this is for the table. Okay, if I have a relationship, okay, I think I will do this in this level. Okay, so this is what, okay, if you want to change, this is for the visualization. This particular feature helped me a lot when I joined my current organization, because we have
Okay.
around 20 table, right? When I joined, there is a 20 table. Okay, and around 8 tables are there in the relationship. Okay, no one is explaining what is the relationship. So this
Right,
particular
right. Even I myself also did that reverse engineering from that MySQL. Then I have understood little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this is helping me a lot. Okay, and I can do at the database level. So currently I have only 3 tables, that's why it's showing like this. Maybe here also I have only
Okay.
2.
Actually, same thing I expected for classes. Like
Yeah, I think somewhere
uh
it's present, show
okay.
diagrams, but it's been long time I have utilized
Okay,
this
okay.
feature,
That's fine. That's fine.
but it's
Yeah.
present somewhere, it will present. Okay, when the people who are using a two screen, two desktop, two monitors, okay,
Ah,
there is a very big advantage for them. Okay, consider, I have a terminal is inter feature. Okay, whenever I am running this one, I want to open this one again, I have to open like this, again I have to close this one, again I have to open this one. Okay, consider I want this git alone into my second monitor. This, consider this my first monitor. I want this in the second
okay,
monitor.
okay.
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 So this is pretty much present for everything. Okay. Wherever you are seeing this icon, right? You can do that view mode. You can go to window. Now this is a separate window. I can put this window wherever I want. Okay. This
Okay,
is
understood. Yeah.
this is like a separate tool window. Okay.
Yes, yes.
View mode, float. If you want to float, you can float this one. Okay, if you close this,
Okay.
automatically this one will come back to uh, our thing. So this is
Pinned
pretty
one.
much,
Okay.
yeah, this is pretty much for the person who is using, shit, dock pin, it will come. Who are using it two screen now, this is a very big advantage. You can't use this feature in Eclipse. I guarantee this is not present at all. Okay,
Right.
and this is
Yes.
present for everything, not only for Git. This is present for everywhere. Okay, I can put this alone in a separate window. Okay, just a minute. I have how to close this one. Why this is not going inside? Okay, okay. I thought to show you. Okay, this went inside. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just open this. Okay, see, this is coming as a separate tool window itself. Like I have a zoom here,
Okay.
looks all these things, right? So this is coming
Right.
separately. If I want to put this one, so I can put it in the second desktop. Consider,
Okay.
okay, this is a two desktop I am having here. Okay, desktop one, desktop two. Okay, this is a same setup of having two different monitor one, monitor two. So from this monitor two, I brought this separately here. If I click this manufacture repository, automatically from that monitor to the cursor came to this here. Did you notice that
Okay.
the cursor
Yes, yes.
also come to this one? So this is
Okay.
awesome feature when you have a dual monitor setup.
Okay.
Okay.
Satish, one more thing, like when we are working in the microservices, right, it's very difficult to use IntelliJ because we can have only one project only, right, in one window, but in Eclipse and all, we keep 20, 15 projects in the same window.
Yeah,
How you are
exactly.
managing that one?
Okay. Before that, let me brought this one back. Okay. So if you're talking about microservice, okay, microservice will come automatically here. Okay, all the microservices for the project level, parent project level, you will have 20 microservices, all the 20 will come here. If you're talking about two different project together, like let me go to my GitHub. If you are talking about something, if you want to open these two project in the same year, that is not possible. If
Okay.
okay, if in Spring Boot project, I will have a for example,
Assume I have 4 microservices, all are Spring Boot Java only. So now
okay,
all 4 can be in same window, or it should be different in only
all the four are coming under the same parent or different parent.
different parent.
Different parent means you should have four different project open.
Okay.
Okay, if it's coming in the same project parent window, similar to our current or my current organization, right? We have 15 microservice. All the 15 microservice coming under the single parent. Okay,
Okay.
at the time it is possible to open in a single ID itself.
Okay. So the parent means you are mentioning that artifact ID, or which one you are mentioning?
I'm
Parent
talking
comes
about
under the
I'm talking about this. Yeah,
this group ID,
yeah, group ID.
right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
I think then group ID will be same only. Okay.
okay. I think
How do
all
you add a year actually?
okay. Yeah. Okay. This is our Sarath only, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then I will open the project. Not an issue. Okay.
You can stop the recording also then.
Yeah, I'll stop recording.